It is now my pleasure to introduce this year's winner, DJ Linhart. He is a graduate from the Gamma Upsilon chapter at the University of Tulsa, where he received a 3.9 GPA in chemical engineering. A member of numerous honor societies, Homecoming King, Mr. TU, Tulsa Greek Man of the Year, Tulsa Leader of the Year, Gamma Upsilon Lifetime Achievement Award winner for the highest honor given within the local chapter, Pike University Gold Certified. He held numerous positions in the chapter, recruitment chair, VP, and president. DJ is a shining example of a true Pike, and he lives our fraternity values through his strong-held Catholic beliefs. Brothers, please join me in giving a warm welcome to our most outstanding Student of the Year Award winner, DJ Linhart.
Hello, everyone. Thank you, Ryan, for that introduction. First of all, I'd like to thank the Pike Foundation Board of Trustees and the Robertson Award Selection Committee, who very directly I would not be here without. Next, I want to thank my chapter alumni advisors, Dave Zintafer, and especially Bill Vogel, who's here with us today. These men lead very, very busy lives, but have given years and years of service to our chapter, all while expecting nothing in return. They've been excellent examples of humility and service to me and so many others that came before me. Finally, I want to especially thank each and every one of the men that I spent time with in my time as an undergraduate at the Gamma Upsilon chapter. Yes, we made some really good memories, but also I attribute all of my growth and lessons learned in my years as a college student to these young men. I would not be here standing in front of you without the impact that they had on my life. And I think I owe it to them to share with you that growth today. First, to the active members, relax for a moment. Take a deep breath. I know you all are probably in the most stressful time of your life up to this point. College is crazy. You're stressed about your classes, your tests and projects. I'm sure you're involved all over campus, not to mention the positions that you have in your chapters. This is a stressful time, and I know it. Many of you are also wondering, what in the world am I going to do after these short 4 years are up? I get that. I just finished that here in May. And then you come to this conference, and this conference is great to learn about programming, to become a leader, to learn to communicate, to delegate. And I'm sure you're all filled with motivation, and you have a notebook full of notes ready to go back to your chapter, make a change, and you're thinking, I need to meet with this person, start this board, or schedule this meeting. And maybe that can be stressful too. But some stress is good. It allows us to hit our deadlines. It motivates us. But if you have too much stress, then I think that can allow you to oversee the bigger vision, the reason that you are here. And I think the most important part about a conference such as this is it's a break from that busy college life. We can convene. It's a convention, right? We can come together. We can meet students from California, from New York, all over the country, and share our experiences, learn from each other. But most importantly, we can stop and think, what did our founders have in mind when they created this organization more than 150 years ago? Or even more, what does that mean for me? Why am I here? Why did I join Pike? Why am I serving my chapter in the position I am right now? And when I think of those questions myself, I think of all the memories I had, all the lessons I learned, it really boils down to one thing: community. It's about relationships, genuine human connection, with no purpose but the good of your neighbor, expecting nothing in return. This started for me at Gamma Upsilon all the way back before my recruitment to Pike. You see, growing up, I was the youngest of a family of 6. All of my family went to the same large state school. We would go to homecoming pretty regularly, visit campus, and my senior year, that was the only school I applied to. I thought, hey, I'll go here, be an engineer, and I'll be fine. I'll have a good time. That was until one day, out of the blue, I received a phone call from a student from my high school who graduated a few years before me. You see, he was studying engineering at the University of Tulsa. He said, DJ, my name is Matthew. I know I don't know you super well, but I've heard good things about you. I know you're wanting to be an engineer, and I think to you would be a good fit. I said, sure, what do I have to lose? I'll visit, but I don't have a place to stay. Can you help me out? He said, yeah, man, I got a campus apartment. Stay with me, no problem. He opened his home to me. When I went to visit Matthew, he took me on a personalized tour around the campus, and we would see groups of people walking around. Every single one of them knew who he was. They'd say, hey, Matthew, so good to see you. How you been? And he would stop, go over, meet with them, and introduce them to me. And I was blown away by the community that I found at Tulsa. He introduced me to some of his professors. He had me sit in on classes. He had me sit down and eat lunch in the student union with him and what would turn out to be his fraternity brothers from Pike. And after all of this, I said, Matthew, I would really like to go to the University of Tulsa, but I looked up the price, and I can't do it. And he said, don't worry, there's a scholarship, the presidential scholarship. It's a full ride with room and board. Matthew had happened to be a presidential scholar. He looked over my application. He reviewed my essay. He gave me interview tips. He personally recommended me to some of the faculty in charge of the program. Thanks to Matthew's genuine care and effort, expecting nothing in return, I was able to join him at the university the next year. Right away, he kept up with that example of mentorship in my life. He made sure I was going to church every Sunday, got me in a Bible study, got me in a study group, made sure I was going to classes and that they were going okay, started to get me involved all over campus. Then he said, hey, have you thought about joining a fraternity? I said no, but if it's something that you're into, I want to be a part of that too. So I joined Pike. I started to get involved in the chapter. Matthew would go on to serve on the executive council. He'd have internships, research, be involved all over campus. He would graduate, move away, start his career as an engineer, get married soon after college, and he would also be named the 2019 Robertson Award recipient. Now, after Matthew was gone, I decided to follow in his footsteps. I joined the executive council, and I served under the president of the time named Matthew King. He would quickly become one of my best friends. I learned a lot from him, from personal finance to interview tips, how to get a job. He had a 4.0, perfect 4.0, was involved all over campus, all while being chapter president. But also, he was just genuinely one of the kindest people I ever met. He was a humble leader, listened first and talked second, was an excellent communicator, and most importantly, genuinely cared about each of the members of our house. And Matthew taught me all of these lessons and so many more. He would go on to graduate, move away, start a career in cybersecurity. I was privileged to be a part of his wedding ceremony this past March. And then in 2020, he would be named the Robertson Award recipient. Now, I know many of you are thinking, man, this guy has won the lottery. Who else can say that they have role models such as this? I really am blessed. I mean, these guys set me up for success. I could finish my time at TU, build my resume, get a job, settle down, and be done with it and have a good life. But that's not what we do as a community. That's not what we're about. The best part about all of this, it did not have to end with me. Matthew, and myself had been recruiting a house full of young leaders. We had been instilling in them the values that were instilled in us. You see, We believed in the community. We believed that it did not have to end with our graduation. The role models that pass these lessons down are the reason that we are all here today. This community exists because generational knowledge has been passed down year to year since 1868. We can trace all of our membership back to our group of founders at the University of Virginia. You see, my life was changed in an instant by a single phone call out of the blue. Have you thought about coming to TU? Gentlemen, you can and you must do the same thing for the young men walking around on your campuses today. So start that now. Go back to your campuses. Meet 50, 100, 500 guys and share with them your experience in this community. Who knows? You could meet your best friend, a future groomsman, a business partner, the future president of your house, or maybe even the next Robertson Award recipient. He is walking around on your campuses right now. I believe in this community, and you all are here because you believe in it too. So share this with others, because you never know whose life you might change. Thank you.